So I just picked up this tank off of Facebook Marketplace, and I'm gonna be turning it into my Nano office aquarium. Clearly it's a little dirty though, so we gotta get it cleaned. I'm literally just using a filter sponge to clean the tank so that I don't have to use a new sponge, and so that there's like no soap in it, of course, because you don't want to put soap in your fish tanks. Okay, so the tank is looking significantly cleaner now, but there's one small problem. I don't actually have permission to set this tank up in my office yet. You see, this is my office, and this is where I want to put the tank, but this here is Justin, and he is my boss.
Am I being filmed?
It's in his hands whether or not I actually get permission to put this thing on my desk in my office space. So my objective is to set up this tank, establish it, plant it, and make it so beautiful that there's no way that Justin can say no. So let's get to setting it up. I can't actually set up this tank right now because I need to pick up a bunch of supplies. Introducing Neptune's tropical fish. Now there are lots of pretty plants here, lots of pretty tanks, but we are here neither for the fish or the plants. We are here for this. This is spiderwood, and it's going to be a part of our aquarium hardscape along with dragonstone. I kind of like to plan my scape in advance at the store with my materials, just so that I know what it might look like. And with all of it picked out, I got it into my bucket, paid for the stone by the pound, and then got ready to set up the tank back home. Alright, so for the filter, I have some new media that I'm going to be sticking in there because I hate the cartridge system. And so, I have these filter media pads along with ceramic rings that are currently being seeded, aka I'm running them in another filter, until this tank is pretty much ready with plants. Right now we're just putting in the hardscape. For substrate in this tank, I am using Eco Complete, which is a planted aquarium substrate. Kind of ironic, because as you will see later when I add plants, I'm not really using that many rooted plants that are going to be rooted in the substrate, but alas, that's what we've got. And then at least attempting some kind of aquascaping with this dragonstone. Fun fact, this is actually my first official kind of aquascape because my other tanks just get destroyed by the turtles. So this is my first time actually trying to make this tank look nice. As you can see, the driftwood floats, so we'll give it some time to sink. Oh, jeez. Alright, so the tank has been up and running for about a week. It is now the next weekend, and you can see that the tank is mostly clear, the wood has sunk, and I actually just got home from work to a very special package from Aquarium Co-op. Let's see what's inside. We've got some Monte Carlo, which is a bit of a carpeting plant. We have an Anubias Golden. I'm super excited about this little plant. It's a smaller Anubias. And then the cutest little Anubias Nana Petite. So I'm going to drain some of the water in this tank and we'll get to planting. Now, Anubias here is a rhizome plant. As you can see, that kind of big fat part attached to the leaves, that actually doesn't get buried in the substrate. I'm kind of just nestling it in between some of the rocks and wood. You can also super glue it, but I decided not to go that route this time. And then the Monte Carlo also has a root tab in there in the substrate to help give it some more nutrients. Next, I'm going to dose with some Easy Green. It's 1 pump for 10 gallons. So I'm just gonna try to do a half pump. I don't know if that's possible, but I just won't push all the way down. All right, so that's what we've got. I'll check back with you in a couple of days. All right, so it has been 1 week since this tank has been set up. I'll give you guys a little bit of an update. You can see that the Monte Carlo is not doing so hot. We've got some kind of natural growing, what is this called? It's not algae. It's a bit of a biofilm that develops on wood once you submerge it. It's totally harmless. It does look kind of ugly, but eventually that should go away on its own. And you can see also that piece back there has a bit of a biofilm, but I'm really happy with how this tank came out. So now is the moment of truth. It is time to ask Justin. I was nervous. I wasn't sure what to expect. I was intimidated even, but despite all of this, I marched over to my car and prepared to ask Justin the question that needed to be answered. Hey Justin, can I get a fish tank in this spot right there? He didn't respond, but I was not ready to give up. And so later that day, I sat and I typed him a message and I asked again, "Won't you let me put this freaking fish tank on my desk?" Just kidding, I didn't say that, but I took a video of the tank, sent it to him, and begged for his blessing. Now all that was left to do was to sit and wait. And after what seemed like an eternity of waiting, Justin reacted to my message with a heart. What was he gonna say? Look at those dots. As long as I get to name it? What do you mean you want to name it? Oh, look at that. Wait, the fish is actually already in there. Okay, never mind. This was all just totally staged to be dramatic, but basically I got the thumbs up. It's now time to drain the tank and get it ready for transport. Because the tank is already established, all I have to do is drain all the water from the tank, keep it in a 5-gallon bucket, and leave some of the water in here so that the plants don't get completely dried out and the filter media doesn't get completely dried out. Take it in my car, drive it over to my office, and set the tank back up. Fill it all back up with the already established water, and we have a fish tank in the office. Welcome to my office. So we got the tank, oh, you can't see me. So got the tank on the desk. Now to get it all set up, I have plenty of accoutrements, power strips, I have the water. Now just to reassemble, basically. Alright, so I am going to let this run for a little bit so that the water can kind of clear up since some of the substrate and plants were kicked up during transit. And then after that, I think we're ready for a little friend. Alright, so we're looking good with our test results here. Let me introduce you to our little friend. So this is my new female crown-tail betta. She doesn't have a name yet, so I'm open to suggestions. Feel free to leave comments. And as you saw from the texting clip earlier, she was actually already in the tank for a little bit, but I'm letting her reacclimate to the temperatures here. I did also forget to mention this tank does have a heater on it, and the filter was with seeded media and all that, so she's good to go. You can see she's got these beautiful blues and golds, and so I know that she will just love it here in this new tank, and I'm super excited to see how this tank evolves over time. So that is my office fish tank all set up. I'm hoping to add some more nano fish in here in the future. I'm thinking perhaps some chili rasboras, maybe some cherry shrimp. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Definitely would love to have like a tiny school of little nano fish in this tank. But for now, we just have this betta. This betta also needs a name. Sorry, Justin. We'll see what happens. I don't know what the name will be, but feel free to leave suggestions in the comments down below. If you did enjoy this video, hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time. Have a totally awesome day. Bye!